We begin tonight with a report from the 12 News I-Team. Imagine writing a negative online review about a bad experience and then getting slapped with a steep fine for posting that review. Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. It seems outrageous, but that's exactly what's happening to a Scottsdale man who posted a negative review about his property management company. The company has a clause in the lease agreement barring residents from posting any bad reviews online.
But as the 12 News I-Team's Bianca Bono reports, this may not be legal.
When Adrian Paull and his wife sold their North Scottsdale home late last year, they were looking for a condo to rent in the interim. They came across this complex near 96th Street and Via Linda that checked their boxes.
We prefer this part of town now and the walkability to a number of things.
He says they intentionally signed the lease a month before they needed to be out of their home to give themselves breathing room. But things quickly took a turn when they visited the condo before their move-in date.
There was an enormous patch of black mold.
They asked the property management company, Denali Real Estate, to fix it. Then they needed to be out of the home they sold. And when they got back to the condo, Paul said it still wasn't ready.
There were holes in the wall. There was carpet missing.
He began messaging Denali, asking them to assist. But he says his requests were ignored. So he turned to the internet.
I did what most people would do. I just posted online. Reviews are the way we keep people accountable.
He posted reviews about his negative experience on both Yelp and Google. He couldn't believe what happened next.
Rather than galvanizing them into action, I noticed that they had imposed a $4,000 charge, which apparently related to 2 complaints I'd made.
All of a sudden, his account, which previously showed a $2,200 credit, showed that he now owed $1,800, reflective of a $4,000 charge.
In their lease agreement, they've included a provision to essentially stifle and suppress any negative reviews by saying that if you provide a negative review, we'll charge you $2,000 for each one.
Lo and behold, in the middle of Denali's 21-page lease agreement, they include a non-disparagement clause, barring comments or statements, including negative online reviews, negative ratings of 3 out of 5 stars or less, and negative posts on all social media and review platforms. Warning, the penalty for violating the clause is $2,000 per occurrence.
This idea of suppressing all negative feedback, for me, was just completely opposite of what any successful business should be pursuing.
It didn't sit well with you.
Not at all. No, it was outrageous.
And the Federal Trade Commission agrees. In 2016, the Consumer Review Fairness Act was passed to shield consumers from this type of practice. It protects people's ability to share honest opinions. It makes it illegal for a company to use a contract provision that imposes a penalty or fee against someone who gives a review.
How concerned are you that other neighbors, folks that have lived in one of these Denali properties, have also been slapped with these very steep fines and actually paid it?
Well, that's exactly why I reached out to you.
I'm a reporter with 12 News in Phoenix.
For days, 12 News has made repeated attempts to reach Denali Real Estate for comment, over the phone and through email.
I did send him a very detailed email laying out all of the questions that we have.
No one has gotten back to us.
We're standing in the master bedroom.
As for Paul,
We've now got what looks like rat droppings in the corner.
the nightmare at his condo continues. Water damage from recent storms has turned his master bedroom into this.
According to them, this is still habitable.
Yes.
He hopes by sharing his story, he can educate other consumers about the federal protections in place and encourage companies to change their ways.
This is clearly a matter of public interest. Companies like Denali feel they can stifle and suppress customer feedback. Corrupting the review process is absolutely unlawful.
And Paul has filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau and plans to file additional complaints with the FTC and the Attorney General's office. If anything like this has happened to you, you are urged to do the same. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you.